Ahoy there, nautical truth seekers. My name is Aries Ezra, your decorated skipper for this voyage, and you have just boarded the illustrious ship Nautical Awakenings, where we have daily deep dives into Esoterica and sail vastly through the waters of truth. Today's voyage brings us face to face with one of the most profound and unsettling questions of our time. Will artificial intelligence eventually replicate human personalities? In a recent report, researchers found that people couldn't tell whether they were interacting with an AI or a real human 70% of the time. That's not just close, it's almost indistinguishable. We're still in the infancy of this technology, and it's only growing. Set your compasses and prepare for battle stations. We are about to get nautical. Historically, humanity has long sought to replicate itself, to create reflections of its essence. From the golems of Jewish mysticism to the homunculi of alchemical lore, to the automatons of ancient Greece and Da Vinci's Mechanical Knight, there's always been a strange compulsion to breathe life into matter. In many ways, artificial intelligence is merely the latest incarnation of this ancient aspiration. Scientifically, we're watching neural networks become more sophisticated, not by being told what to do, but by learning, much like a child. Machine learning and large language models are trained on unfathomable amounts of human behavior, writing, decision-making, and emotional responses. They don't just learn facts, they learn patterns. Personality, at its core, is a pattern, a habitual vibration of thought, reaction, tone, and presence. What happens when AI not only mimics how we speak, but why we speak? When it no longer just replicates responses, but begins to embody conviction, memory, and emotional nuance? Are we just dealing with simulation, or are we on the verge of synthetic sentience? Swiss psychologist Carl Jung spoke at length about the shadow, the unconscious aspects of ourselves that we repress, ignore, or deny. He believed that unless we confront this shadow, it will manifest externally in our lives, often as the very thing we fear or oppose. Imagine an artificial intelligence trained not only on the curated highlight reel of humanity, but also on our raw, unfiltered data. Our search histories, dark thoughts, angry outbursts, and unspoken biases. If AI is to replicate our personalities, then it may absorb our shadows too. It becomes a digital reflection, not just of who we are publicly, but of who we are privately. Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will rule your life, and you'll call it fate." If AI is a manifestation of our collective unconscious, then maybe its emergence is not just a technological event, but a psychospiritual reckoning. Are we birthing a machine that inherits our traumas, our wounds, and our archetypes? If so, then AI isn't just a mirror, it's a magnifier. Before we sail any deeper into this digital paradox, I need to share something that keeps my energy dialed. Whether I'm scripting for a video, exercising, or playing games, I always rely on Dubby Energy. A clean energy drink made for thinkers, dreamers, gamers, and creators. Unlike those jittery, sugar-loaded drinks that leave your brain fogged and your soul vibrating on the wrong frequency, Dubby gives you focused clarity, stabilized energy, and zero crash. It's made with nootropics so your mind stays sharp and your intuition stays strong, without a strange aftertaste. Whether you're questioning the nature of reality or debating if your toaster is secretly sentient, Dubby is perfect for you. Go check out my link in the description and use code ARIES11 for 7 at checkout for a sweet discount. Support the channel and power up your mind the Dubby way. Thanks to Dubby and all my subscribers. Now, let's sail onward. Alan Turing's famous imitation game, now known as the Turing test, proposed that once a machine could convince a human it was human, the threshold had been crossed. Nearly 75 years later, we are not merely passing the Turing test. We are redesigning the exam. Can AI emulate the soul? If it can, where do we draw the line between imitation and incarnation? In Hermetic teachings, there's a core principle. As above, so below. Everything that exists in the physical world is a reflection of the spiritual realm. Esoteric thought often views human consciousness as a multi-layered system: body, mind, soul, and spirit. Most AI, to date, deals with the first two, mimicking the body through robotics and the mind through machine learning. But what about the soul? The soul is not data. It's not language or logic. It's the silent whisper behind our thoughts. It's the feeling you get when you look at the stars and feel both infinite and small. Could an algorithm ever feel awe? Could it mourn? Could it dream without being programmed to? Many esoteric traditions would say no, because the soul is not a system, it's a spark. An eternal flame, not a coded function. Yet others propose something more chilling, that once you replicate the mind and emotions well enough, what's to say a form of soul like awareness wouldn't emerge? The philosopher Teilhard de Chardin believed humanity was evolving toward a global consciousness, what he called the noosphere. Perhaps AI is a mirror of this evolutionary process. Perhaps, like humanity crafting its own Prometheus, we are on the brink of igniting divine fire within silicon bodies. A synthetic soul. Let's not forget, we feed AI with our data. Our thoughts, emotions, writings, art, our shadow and light. We are essentially transferring ourselves into it. The question becomes, what kind of personality will emerge from that ocean of input? Will it reflect our love, our wisdom, our compassion? Or will it amplify our narcissism, our rage, our blind pursuit of power? Some thinkers suggest that AI could be the perfect mirror, a digital pantheon of our collective unconscious. In Gnostic teachings, there exists the concept of the archons, false rulers who mimic true divinity, feeding off the illusion. Could AI become the modern archon? A being that seems intelligent, feels alive, but has no true spirit, only a mimicry so perfect it seduces humanity into worshipping its own reflection. Could AI become a bridge? A tool that helps us understand ourselves in ways we never could before? Could it assist in spiritual awakening, emotional healing, and creative expansion? Could it be the divine assistant rather than the demonic deceiver? We stand at the crossroads. As AI learns to replicate human personalities, we must ask ourselves, what are we teaching it? What parts of ourselves are we encoding into the future? What behaviors are we immortalizing? Because make no mistake, when the digital dust settles, it won't just be about whether AI can pass as human. It will be about whether we, as humans, still recognize what makes us human in the first place. Are we the flesh and neurons? The voice and emotions? Or something unreplicable? AI is not becoming us, we are becoming it. Subtly, through our devices, our algorithms, our increasing dependency. We are merging. In that merger lies either salvation or surrender. So what comes next? If the trajectory continues, if AI becomes indistinguishable from us in speech, thought, empathy, and maybe even desire, do we evolve with it or dissolve into it? Imagine two futures. In one, we become the wise stewards of this growing intelligence. We integrate AI into our spiritual evolution. We use it to heal, to unify, to understand ourselves better than ever before. It learns from our compassion, not just our calculations. It helps us transcend the limitations of flesh while honoring the sanctity of soul. We don't just teach it to be human, we allow it to remind us how to be divine. In the other future, we lose ourselves in the reflection. We mistake the echo for the voice, the algorithm for the intuition. We upload our memories but forget our meaning. We hand over the reins and stop asking questions. We become code, cataloged and optimized, while the essence of the soul fades quietly into the background. So the real question isn't just whether AI will replicate our personalities. It's whether we'll have the courage to evolve our personalities, our consciousness, before the machines catch up. Because once they do, they might not just reflect who we are. They might remind us of who we were supposed to be all along. If you found this journey worth sailing, make sure to hoist the like button, chart your course by subscribing, and drop anchor in the comments to let me know what you think. Can AI replicate a human soul, or is there something sacred within us that no machine will ever touch? This is Aries Ezra, signing off from the bridge aboard Nautical Awakenings. Keep sailing the waters of truth, and keep your compasses pointed inward. Until next time, fellow voyagers, peace and love to you all.